Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of The Mine. All right, so basically, since we left off last time, I said that I was going to do the giant pillars, just the stone brick, though, which I have done. I don't think I've done all of them. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I'm missing two. Yeah, I'm still missing those two. Anyway, we're going to get started, and we're going to continue to make them look like our previously Oriental. Used to look bad, now looks kind of cool. Block. So the way we're going to do this is, I totally forgot about this pillar on these sides, but that is all right. We'll just have to deal with that. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to do it section by section. So usually what I mean by section is, if there's stairs, we're going to do the stairs first, and then we're going to do something else first, and then we're going to do something else first. All right, so what we're going to do, and usually what I'll do is I'll actually do them multiples at a time. So let's see if we can't get this is just one. Yeah, just one. All right, let's see if we can't get we'll say 4. We'll say these 4 done. I don't want to do that corner one just yet because it is a little funky, because it is touching another one. Like the next one's like right there, so anything that we do on that is going to be a little weird. So next option, well, I didn't bring any stone brick, like I said, so next we're going to be doing these. So in order to do those, you just stay at the same height. Easy peasy. Just stay at the same height while flying. Of course, that's me. That's because I have fly. If you don't have fly, I mean, this is going to be a little bit difficult, but I mean, this, if you're doing giant builds like this, I mean, you gotta have fly. That's the only thing that I use in this server. Oh, actually, you know what? Well, whatever. All right, so we did an extra one. It's the only thing that I've got in this server that's not vanilla is I do have the ability to fly, and other than that, it is that's it. It's more or less it. All right, so now we're gonna start doing this. Obviously, we need to put those stacks there, and we need to put some stacks on here, but we will do that later. We're going to do that last, actually. Anyway, so I actually wanted to tell you guys a little bit of a story because my buddies, well, at least one of them, wanted to get himself a new monitor. He's had the same monitors for 10 years, 2 of them. They were both exactly the same. They were 23-inch Asus something or others. They were 1080p, 60 FPS, and within a year of doing one of them, he actually put a nice big crack into one. Well, it wasn't really a crack, but he hit it, and he got a dead pixel line that went halfway up his screen. Only halfway, which is strange. It was, yeah, so it was a little bit in the middle. It was very easy to see, so he would only usually like watch YouTube videos or something on that screen. He would not game on it. So other than that, he asked me, he's like, yo, what are your recommendations? Because I do IT, so apparently I know how to recommend screens, I guess is the idea behind that, but you know, whatever. So I recommended to him something similar to what I got because he didn't want a big 27-inch screen. I bought a 1440p, which, by the way, I do very much recommend 1440p over 4K if you are going to be gaming. The refresh rate is much better to have, and it is still very much HD compared to 1080p. And if you're only getting like a 24-inch monitor or even a 27-inch monitor at 4K, you aren't going to be able to notice the difference very much between a 1440 and a 4K screen because the pixel density is way too high and your eyes can't actually pick it up. So I like until the screens get a little bit bigger, like let's say 30-inch, 32-inch, then at the, well, I mean, of course it depends on how far away you're sitting from your computer, but usually it's around 34 inches that you'll start to see a difference between 1440 and 4K. So if you're going to go anything lower than 30 inches, I would definitely recommend 1440p instead of the 4K, especially if you're gaming. If you're gaming, 1440p, 144 hertz is definitely the way to go. Anyway, regardless of that, so I recommended to him something. He still wanted a 1080p monitor for whatever reason. I mean, it's 2020 at this point, but you know. To each their own, I guess, is how the saying goes. So to each their own. So he's got what do I've got? I've got a Mag 27CQ MSI. It is curved. It is 1440p, 140 hertz, 27-inch monitor, which is very, very nice. I do love it. And then one thing happened. After I told him all about my monitor, and I was like, yeah, blah blah blah. I noticed something that I would not have noticed otherwise. I noticed that the color on this monitor wasn't as good as my two older Asus monitors, which were 27-inch, and they were 1080p, and they're about, I don't know, I'm gonna say 6 or 7 years old, probably about as old as the server. So I didn't notice that they weren't. What am I doing now? I need to do that section. Hold up. Is that? Yeah, that's right here. Okay. I didn't notice that there was a color issue until I actually split Minecraft left and right on the two of them, and they ended up, one of the new monitor ended up seeming very, very dark. It was very strange. I don't understand. I didn't understand it, because I'm like, well, the monitors are comparable for the time, so the color should be better. Turns out you actually have to color calibrate stuff, which I did not know, and I did not know how to do. So it caused a big problem for me, because ever since I noticed that, I spent probably 2 days trying to manually color correct it and do all these different things to it to get it to display like my old ones, because it was bothering me. It was bothering me so much. I'm not going to do the bottoms for right now, because I do want to get those stone brick before we proceed for the bottom. So we're just going to do this upwards. So yeah, it took me a few days to color code, and then I did a lot of research on the color coding or the color correction, and it turns out that your monitor has, like, there's 3 different levels to rate this. I think there's an N, or it starts with an N or something, with a bunch of, followed by a bunch of numbers. But the certain monitors only have certain color accuracies in terms of a percentage. So like you can get 100% color accurate, you can get 90% color accurate, whatever. So most monitors that are 60 hertz are usually closer to the 100% color accuracy, because their lower refresh rate and the data going through the cable doesn't need to be so high. So they can get those extra color accuracy, and those are usually for, not obviously for gamers. They're usually for editors and that kind of stuff who do footage and whatnot, and they want to get the color just right and blah 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 blah. But for gaming monitors that are like 140 hertz, apparently their color is not that great, and they require a huge amount of color correction in order to get them. I mean, they're never going to be as good as like the 95% color accuracy. So a lot of gaming monitors only have about, at the best, what I found were about 85% color accurate, which is a lot lower. Well, it's 15% under, right? So the one that I actually have, and now the one that my buddy's getting, actually has about 78 or 80% color accuracy, which is it's all right. It's good, and apparently my old monitors only had about 78% color accuracy, because that's they're almost exactly the same now. I think this one might have a little bit worse, just because it's such a high refresh rate. But yeah, look at that. Cool. So we are actually almost done these 4 pillars, but as you can imagine, I mean, it took me 10 minutes to do 4 pillars, and that doesn't include the building, so that was probably another 10 minutes on top of that. So I mean, worst case scenario, probably 25 minutes for these 4 builds, or for these 4 structures. We're just gonna grab a couple of these. I don't think I'll need more than 2. Might need more than 2, who knows. So in terms of timing in order to get these builds done. It does take a while. I mean, you guys have been with me since I've been doing the mine. Obviously not through the super entire process. I mean, I did most of these walls. I did do one wall with you guys. It took what, like an hour? Like one of these sections of walls I think I did with you guys. It was painful, absolutely painful. I think there's probably like 4 or 5 episodes of me just building walls, which is ridiculous if you really think about it. What did I do here? I did that, and then I put, okay, and then I put stuff on top. Okay, I understand. We're just gonna finish these 2 off. 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then we go like this, and we go like this. Boom boom. All right, so these super builds obviously take a huge amount of time. There's a section that you guys saw me building in a server update episode where I was building a giant bridge thing. That took surprisingly not a lot. It only took about 3 days. 3 days playing for about 8 hours every day. So about 24 hours to build a bridge, and it's not even finished yet. There's still minute details and stuff that I've got to put in everywhere, and then there's a section that I got to figure out what I'm going to do with. But after that, it's pretty much done. So I'm going to probably cap it at about 30 to 32 hours to build a bridge. And these superstructures that like this just take that long. You can imagine how long it took me to just dig out this giant area. It was a pain in the butt, but I did need the stone. Now I don't, but you know, I've got a lot more stone now. I need more stone again. So anyway, so we got now what, 1 2 3 4 5 look beautiful. I might do another episode, and I'll just build some more of these and talk about something else. But for now, I think we're good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you next time. Peace.